In compagnia della regista di Suffragette, ovvero Gavron, buongiorno. Per prima cosa, com'è che hai deciso di raccontare questa storia così forte e così importante?
I wanted to tell the story because there had never before been a film about the suffragettes, and the actions that they did changed the course of our history, and it felt time to resurrect these women. But also, as we were researching it, it felt very timely. We were hearing from women across the world who were challenging repression, like Malala Yousafzai or Pussy Riot, and it felt relevant to today, where women are still battling with inequality.
Recentemente Jennifer Lawrence si è scagliata contro il sistema di Hollywood in quanto se un'attrice solleva la testa perché ritiene il suo cachet non adatto, un uomo lo può fare, un'attrice no. Quindi esiste ancora un certo, come dire, mondo maschilista forse nell'impero del cinema. Quindi che cosa ne pensa e cosa vuol dire essere una regista in questo mondo?
Yes, it's very true that it's still a very male-dominated world, the film industry, and you know, even this year, I think it was under 10% of the films directed were directed by women, and so you've got over 90% directed by men, and that really needs to change. And I think that Jennifer Lawrence speaking out and other actors, including Carey Mulligan, who have spoken out about inequalities in pay and the sexual discrimination in the film industry, it's vital that those women who have a platform, who have celebrity, can speak out and be heard, and that will help other women, and that will draw attention to this very important issue.
Suffragette si ispira anche al libro che racconta la storia della Pankhurst. Quanto c'è invece di romanzato nel film e quanto invece è reale?
We read widely and researched widely in developing the project, and what we did was we decided in the end not to tell the story just of Emmeline Pankhurst and make a biopic. We decided to tell the story of the ordinary working woman, and we drew very closely on 3 or 4 working women we read about who existed. But Maud, the central character in the film, played by Carey Mulligan, is not based on any single person. She's a composite. She's drawn from a number of women. So everything that happens to her happened to a woman we read about, but we created a character to tell our particular story.
Il film esce il 3 marzo qui in Italia, l'8 marzo si festeggia in tutto il mondo la donna. Cosa pensa, a che punto siamo noi donne ovviamente e cosa dobbiamo fare? Forse dobbiamo risvegliarci un po', ci siamo addormentate.
I think that it's an interesting time because feminism is being talked about. People are saying it's the 4th wave, and that the internet is actually allowing lots of women's voices to be heard across the world. I'm hopeful. I think that we have to be vigilant. We have to remember that these rights that we have today were only very recently won and hard fought for, and that we can't take them for granted. We have to vote. We have to speak out against existing inequalities, and we have to look to the rest of the world and help women in other parts of the world, some places where women are fighting for very basic human rights. So I think it's an interesting time, but what is hopeful is there's a lot of media attention on this issue and people are becoming very aware of it. I don't know. I'd like to make more films about women because I think we have an audience who wants to see them, both men and women buy more than half of the cinema tickets. And I think it's exciting to explore all those stories that haven't yet been told.